Hello, thanks so much. I'm just finishing up with this box here, which I'm shipping the mechanism for 1541. And I'm using a newspaper from Saturday, March 15th, 2008. And it's funny, when I save papers, or I found them in the basement, I always think there was probably some reason that I held on to this. And maybe somewhere, that date sounds familiar to me. Maybe somewhere I will find something inside where I say, oh yes, that's why I saved that. Maybe. But right now, kicking blackberries out of the boardroom. Canadian firm adopts soccer's custom of issuing yellow and red cards to violators. Imagine. Remember, blackberries were the first smartphones. But, you know. What else? Do you have anything else exciting here? Heathrow's Terminal 5 opens. So, because I have this here, and I do want to make sure everything is secure, I have taken 3 sheets of this newspaper and scrumpled it. I'll put one more on the top. And then this box will be glorious. It will. Actually, maybe it's got a little pressure on it. Oh well. Oops. Dropped a disc. Alright, firstly, because a lot of boxes like this are folded together, I'm going to take my tape gun and I'm going to go all the way around the sides. Alright, so now I know it is secure around there. I do. Now, another thing that's happening here, the one side is being a little, I wouldn't say difficult, but challenging. And see, one of the things in modern shipping is oftentimes labels have to go on rather than just writing on. So, what I want to do is, before I cause any great disruption to this box or its happenings, I want to get this end stuck down quite securely against the lid. And how do I do that? I push it down and I put a fold of tape across the end. Might do that again. I will certainly do it on this end. Because you know what, the bubble wrap, I'm sure it doesn't expand or anything. But it does seem to be putting the top of the box under a little strain. But that's not bad. It needs to be snug. It does. As does, well, that kind of popped off. I think I will do some more of that. And ultimately, I think in the end, I will end up wrapping pretty much the whole box in tape. But this does get it secured, and it leaves me a nice flat area to put the labels and things and stuff on. And kind of the place I often deal with, they don't mind if you tape over the label, but they like very much if there is a barcode that you avoid taping over that because I guess that makes it harder for things to be read, I guess. So that's looking pretty good, although I'm going to keep once again, we're not here to save tape. We want this to be very secure, very safe, and it doesn't have to be the prettiest of all. It has to be secure. Alright. A little more tape. Oh, Hagrid, don't fall, Hagrid, don't fall. A little more tape up here. But I'm going to still put the majority of it down the side after I give it a good push to secure it. Alright, it can likely use some more tape as we... But actually, you know what I might do? Once again, I must be careful. I want to leave the area big enough here on the top for all the paperwork and such. But I do want to make sure that this is not going to pop open anywhere along the way. And tape on the tape is not a bad thing. And that having been said, I will do the same down the other side, trying to keep it as uniform and smooth as possible. And there it is. Oh, one thing I also, where is my marker? Anything at all that is written like this says regional envelope. No, maybe I should have done this before I did the taping. Probably I should have. Anyway, just scratch over that so they can't possibly get any idea that this is something else. I think I will actually find a better Sharpie to mark that over. But there we have it. 11541 mechanism, drive mechanism, secured in a box. Ready to go on an adventure. In this case, somewhere in the United States of America. I shall. Now, what else was I doing here? I think that's it for the moment. I need to go to, of course, my computer and look up the address and then try and figure out, here's one of the things that I often wonder about. And that is, of course, figuring out the weight, because I really don't have a beautiful scale for this, which I should get, but I don't. So, sometimes I ship with Canada Post, and sometimes I go to Canada Post to get them to weigh things for me, and then say, well, you know, I'll see about that. And then I go away knowing that I have the information I need. And I ship with somebody else. Ha ha ha. Anyway, certainly I can do one thing. They always seem to want to know the dimensions. So while I'm here, and as I have a vintage 10-foot Power Master tape here, I can measure. So how are we doing here? We are 12 inches by 9.5 by 4.5. Sometimes things go poorly. Can I get that marker? Oh, wait, I have one right here. So in a discrete location, perhaps on the end of this box where this other stuff was, I will write 12 by 9.5 by 4.5. In metric, it would be different. I like metric, but inches and feet are not a bad thing. Alright, so now this box is ready. I just need to get the weight and get it figured and send it away. Alright. I have other things to do and other stories to tell. But that is for another episode. So, once again, thanks so much for being here. I will continue to look through this newspaper from March 15th, 2008 to see why it is that I saved it, if there's a good reason or not. Probably there isn't, but who knows. Anyway, thanks again for coming. Keep your stick on the ice. Stay safe. And bye for now.